Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, divine co-creators of the New Earth timeline. Today is a very special day of the activation of the new timeline of heaven upon earth. The internal mirrors the external, and the external mirror the internal. As we navigate and merge into this new timeline, the Christos and the Magdalene unite both internally and externally. This is the blending of the yin and the yang, the Shiva and Shakti, the eagle and the Condor, in the divine union of Heros Gamos. This energy will balance the right and left hemispheres of the brain and activate the twin flame within every living heart of the pure ones, of our ground crew team of the earth angelics, of the new golden age of eternal life. This is the remembrance of the universal mother womb of all creation. All things intrinsically are empty, from emptiness into form and form into emptiness. Our original primordial mind is empty and clear. We call this pure awareness. In this total awareness we consciously create the new time of paradise on earth for all to behold. Aho. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes. Due to the time leaps and new timeline manifestation, we get right into it. From Divine Sister of the Light Rasha, you have ceased to be invested in having to deliver justice. For as these final episodes now play out, you become vividly aware of how you might once have reacted under similar circumstances, and with sublime indifference you allow the provocation to pass you by, for you have ceased to be invested in having to deliver justice in a given situation. You know that it truly doesn't matter, and in that act of detachment you release yet another piece of vibrational density. That energy is not needed to support and to verify who you once were. That aspect of you no longer needs validation at the levels toward which you journey. As you consistently condition yourself in the skills of non-reaction, you begin to experience a rarefied sense of freedom from all that once held you prisoner. For you have been the prisoner of your own need to be validated. You have been the prisoner of the need to prove yourself right and another wrong, and you have spent untold lifetimes building the vibrational framework within which you could continue to experience evidence of it. You have just been liberated from the need to do so. From OneNessWebsite.com, and from Divine Sister of the Light, Valerie A. Elster. We're in a new timeline with the return to the Temple of the Void, Galactic plus Gaia's Womb, 0 point. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ra James. The spring equinox gateway is open through this week. It's still at its full strength until midweek. That means we can still be tapping into these energies in a powerful way. Amazing energies for manifesting and healing. This week will continue to bring a lot of DNA upgrades. It's a great time for doing some DNA healing or activation work. We have shifted into Aries season, which is bringing new energies. Aries is its own vibe. The fire of this Aries season is helping us to burn away or release stagnant energies. These energies are all about purifying and making things happen. We are going through a deep transformation. You may have felt very high during the peak of the equinox and may be feeling tired now. You may need extra rest now as your body is trying to catch up and to integrate all of the upgrades that just came in. Venus and Mars are still conjunct the rest of the month. Combined with the energies of the equinox, this is powerful for relationships. These energies are here to help heal your relationships. For some, they may feel their connections have not been working out. In reality, a lot of the time we can't see the complete or full picture. There may be a karmic release or a karmic healing that needed to occur. You're being guided to step away from any connections that are not serving you or are no longer serving you. Sometimes it's certain connections that may be blocking our energy or our spiritual progress. Some may be having new connections or new soul contracts being brought into your awareness. This year continues to activate and shift. It's closer to our ultimate destiny. New growth means new lessons. You have made specific plans to reunite with your twin flame across many lifetimes. Because of the ascension, so many fated connections are occurring. These energies may be activating a plan that you made prior to your incarnation. Aries season is amazing for stepping fully into our power. The energy is flowing and is to help you clear or release any blocks or attachments that may have been in your way in the past. It's all about taking back your power right now. This Aries season is going to help us shift how we are seeing and showing up for ourselves. Aries season is the start to our next chapter. It's time to really focus on what you're creating within these energies. Aries is a sign that channels the energy of the sun. We have a lot coming in within these energies. This week is powerful for the solar energies and the light codes. We have another CME headed toward us now. This will be the third time in the past week that a CMA has almost hit us directly. That's a lot of energy coming at us. Since spring has arrived, it's a great plan to focus on the next few months. It's going to be a beautiful summer, and it's an amazing time to dream up any summer plans. From sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. And from Divine Brother of the Light Juan Jose Vallejo Civicos, March 23rd, 2022, 1441 CET, Global Activation Time. The essence of the Universal Spirit returns to Mother Earth to transform the divine fire of the Spirit sources, God, Goddess, Universe, the sovereignty given to men, women, and humanity throughout history, used during centuries by unconsciousness and misunderstanding of the authentic universal projection, morals, ethics, principles, faculties, qualities, intelligence, and potentials of master creation of the civilization. The misinterpretation of the divine fire is taken back into the black hole of universal quantum consciousness, where the global sovereignty is purified by the universal integrity of the spirit sources, and the God's fire is transformed into universal quantum intelligence, to recalibrate the global energies, to reconfigure the structural integrity of the entire civilization, and to co-create the universal sense, motivation, impulse, incentive, and stimulus of our individual, dual, communal, cultural, social, collective, and global existence within the multidimensional structures of the universe, in united sovereign free spirit of humanity for the sacred organic mothership of the galaxy and the cosmos. The noble souls of honorable gentlemen, sacred masculines on this planet are pleased when the honorable ladies, sacred feminines, and innocent children live in peace. The noble souls of honorable ladies, sacred feminines, and innocent children are pleased when the honorable gentlemen live in harmony with the free spirit, consciousness, and quantum intelligence of the universe. And from Divine Sister of the Light Ramona Lappin, the main theme right now is for us to take back our power from all the places, people, and situations that we have given it away to. We are here to make the quantum transition and shift in power happen by reclaiming ours and take it back from those that took which wasn't theirs. They only have the power as long as we believe they do, and if we keep giving it away. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian, anchoring your perception as the divine, eternal you now. Breathe slowly and deeply now, as your perception of your idea of self is changing. Even now as you hear this, the brilliant eternal light of the central sun shines its eternal light on all that you are. Feel the warmth of this eternal golden light now. As you hear this, continue to be aware of the breathing in and out of this sacred golden light. We are present with you through this self-awareness expansion. It is through the observing of the light that shines upon your own consciousness that your subconscious mind follows suit and receives the clear directives of expansion. Breathing in and out of your heart now, sensing the golden light expand through each breath within and around your heart. Allow your perceptions of your sense of feeling expand to a sense of no end of you through this divine golden light. There is no end of you is the space that you exist throughout. It is in this space through your heart expansion that the eternal you as light exists eternally throughout as connected to and through all dimensions. The nodal points as your self-connection energetically appear as slowed down frequencies, making their energetic imprint into form. All of this exists in no time. The expansion in your awareness through your heart and the perceiving of yourself throughout this no-ending light expansion is your direct contact point that now shifts forever your subconscious mind to accept this eternal you as your new anchor of awareness. All of your perceptions now link you subconsciously to this eternal you in no time. Before you incarnated, you knew and were shown this. This is the fifth dimension and includes all dimensions. Only now is the perfect moment for even greater awareness and expansion of perceptions into this. This is not an ending point. This continues forever. So now stay with this expansion, feel your heart again, and breathe through this golden, eternal light in no time. Feel there is no end to the expansion. As there is no limit or end, this is eternity. This is here and now. This is divine love, and we breathe with you. We are the divine council of overseers, and together throughout the central sun, this universe and beyond, we are always present with you in love. From the new divinehumanity.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Paul Dobry Carey. Look to the light of the sun as direct sunlight carries data, information, as intelligent infinity within its colored rays and energy emissions. The moon provides indirect sunlight as a reflection which manifests information into form as matter. All matter is a reflection of its true direct nature. Man lives within the reflection of his own creation until he connects with his own source of light from within. This is the aim of the ascension process. The creators of the living world around you take responsibility and maintain the vibrational frequencies that they live within. Only man has learned to destroy what he creates. This must change as the collective consciousness of all of us within, above, and on Gaia maintain the electromagnetic and crystalline frequencies necessary for its life forms to sustain existence. We have held reflections of all that has been created on this planet in safekeeping, and we intend to return all to the garden we helped to create so long ago. Together we become Nagaya. I am here and now. May you become blessed and honored with the power of wisdom within. Kundalini, Kundalia, Kundaliri. From PolarisAB.com. And from Crystalline Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, 3333. The Divine Logos is here, and we are now becoming it. How do we become it? By merging with the pure essences of the elements of the organic creation. All living ones have the inner memory and knowing of this state. We used to create and hold the fields of the organic creation through the application of the art of the Divine Logos. Now, this is the end of all inorganic life from our inner worlds and perception. We are gradually detaching, leaving anything inorganic. All inner inorganic gates are closing. The law of organic creation is the Divine Logos. So we become the law of life itself. The organic light is coming back on, and so are we. Our true essence, identity, and presence of self is coming back on life. It is only the true essence, identity, and presence of the self that can use the art of the Divine Logos. Yarini. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Mini Ma. Beloveds, I'll keep saying this because it's a big deal. The organs are going through it. Your stomach processes energy the way your ears process dimensional shifts. Heart pressure, upset stomach, feeling heavy, dense, metallic taste in the mouth, especially with stomach upset, bloated, feeling like you weigh more. These are all symptoms of elevated cellular regenesis happening in the body. I mentioned this before, but as our body upgrades to new consciousness, so too does the way our organs operate. So if you're a bit uncomfortable right now, ask your body what it needs and listen. Feet, leg, and knee issues are big right now because you're beginning to ground into a new world, a new timeline, and a new dimension. Take time as you ground in this new world and find your footing. This is what I meant by stop grounding in Mama Gaia and ground into yourself. Get it now, beloveds. From motherofstarkeeping.com and from Divine Sistar of the Light Judith Kusel. We are in the state of immense changes, inner and outer, and thus what is not truthful, what is not in highest alignment with divine will and purpose, within and without, yourself and all of humanity, will simply be churned up to be finally dealt with, forgiven, and released for all eternity. With this, we will be pushed more and more out of the old life, the old way of being, living, existing, as all disintegrates at the seams, as we now are being moved in the higher fifth dimensional state and accelerating ascension into the seventh. I am literally seeing the new earth and new crystalline energy grids, and the new crystal pyramids and new arcs of the covenant rising everywhere. They are indeed programmed to do so many millions of years ago, when it was already foreseen, and by divine decree decreed that the old earth would cease to be, and the new earth would finally be fully born, and the age of Aquarius, the new golden age, arises, and the totally new epoch begins. In the Bible it often referred to as the 1,000 years reign of peace, as the Christ consciousness returns and is amplified by the power of the seventh central sun of illumination, which is now fully reinstated as the central sun under which the Milky Way galaxy falls, and thus all is now being illumined from deep within and without. All of this is literally now creating a totally new creation. Our new Adam Kadmon light body form is now geared to start to incorporate as we rise even higher into the seventh dimensional state in the next 70 years or so, to fully embody all 330 chakras and the higher spine energies, as the 33 vertebrae move into 72. Thus we will indeed be in this highest state, return to the full power of the 72 names of God, Goddess, as encoded within our new DNA. This means that we literally are stepping up and into a totally new creation. We cannot take any baggage from the old earth and old 3D with us in any form and way. We cannot cling onto anyone or anything any longer. We need to let go. When we start fearing anything, including the letting go, and the fear of stepping totally into the as yet unknown, the heart center closes. Therefore, when fear or whatever kind arises, immediately go deeper into the heart center and ask yourself what the worst scenario is that you are fearing could happen, or whatever it is. Then go and ask yourself, if this happens, what is the worst case scenario? And then immediately go and look at the benefits of this happening. For instance, you may lose a spouse because they do not wish to step into the new earth, but are choosing to stay behind. Now look at how this is benefiting your soul. You are being freed from all past life and present life contracts. You now gain freedom for your soul at all levels, and you are finally freeing yourself from all old patterns ever created before. You now have the freedom to stand fully in your own light and in no one's shadow, and you are gaining a deeper love for yourself, which is unconditional, and experience divine love in the highest sense. And there is no one pulling your energy into other directions and depleting it. You can now be ready to step into much higher types of love and loving, wholesome relationships in the new earth, which are based fully on wholeness, unconditional love, trust, and respect, and a deep oneness and unity with the divine, and thus sacred, holy, and sanctified in a much higher way than you can even dream of right now. The more you let go of all attachments, the freer you become, the higher you can rise. Remember, the divine cannot send you much greater and much higher forms of life and gift you with this as long as you refuse to let go of your comfort zone and cling on for dear life, who what is now whole, and all the pain and suffering you created for yourself and others in the old 3D along with everyone else. We are transcending all of this now. For how can you hurt or harm a brother or sister? You are only hurting and harming yourself. In the new earth, everyone will honor their brother and sister in the deepest and most holy way, and give them the freedom to simply be themselves, and everyone will be equal to everyone else, and thus there will be unity and harmony and peace. because in truth there is nothing to fight about and nothing to fear. There is only the power of love and living love in the highest degrees and adhering to the law of one, and with this comes a deep love and respect for the new Mother Earth and all living creatures and all upon and within her. A totally new and much higher life and way of life is now there for us to truly make our own if we choose to do so. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light Carolyn, 144 God Code. New horizons are entering your life as you move through this portal doorway. It is important to think long-term and look at the bigger picture plan you are attaining. Utilize your masculine leadership energies to make the right moves to achieve your goals. These choices are bringing you success and bright new beginnings. You and your family are becoming free of the seed point entities that sabotage your life in various ways. You've healed this generationally and are now free to move forward from that betrayal and those relationships. Allow and observe during this precious moment of changes. Continue moving towards the next step in front of you, one step at a time. Your destined plan is fulfilling and you're now traveling towards your new role in community. This is liberation and being set free to begin in the new earth. Quick movement is happening because justice has arrived. You're ascending into the new timeline of Christ as a leader of the way. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you, Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Eric M. Roth of Inspiral Nexus and Shamanic Astrology Mystery School. Mercury Vanishes, March 23, 2022. Mercury in Pisces has been rapidly making its way closer to the sun's glare. It will really begin to disappear starting on the 23rd of March when it reaches 10 degrees from the sun. This happens several times a year, including when Mercury is retrograde. Many in the northern hemisphere will have trouble seeing it even before the 23rd due to the planet's declination, as it is a bit far south in relation to the equator. But many in the southern hemisphere may see Mercury for a few days after the 23rd, depending on their horizon line. Mercury has been just barely visible to most people on the planet in the early morning skies, but it will become more visible in April in the evening. This movement into the glare of the sun signals a new phase of the Mercury cycle called psychopomp in shamanic astrology. This is the phase where Mercury enters the shamanic underworld, shifting into a role that connects it to the ancient guide for souls navigating that world. This phase will last until Mercury again reaches 10 degrees from the sun, becoming visible in the early evening on April 11th. This time in the underworld helps initiate our relationship with Mercury and a sense of our own mind's guidance through the chaos and irrational, while understanding the deeper purpose of this for our mind's growth. Currently, Mercury is in the sign of Pisces, assisting us with our heart and feelings, as well as that ethereal connection to Source. Mercury then ingresses into the sign of Aries on March 27th, and has a date with the Sun in conjunction on April 2nd at 13 degrees, 11 minutes of Aries, before rising in the evening sky April 11th in the sign of Taurus at 2 degrees, 16 minutes. The entire time Mercury is in the sign of Aries will generally not be visible to us here from Earth. It's an archetypal transition from the heart to instinct, intuition. It's a migration from our feelings to a space of primal instinct, honed for moment to moment of time instead of the passive Pisces. It is an assertive, action-filled archetype in Aries, from a shamanic astrology.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mercury conjunct Neptune in Pisces and sextile the North Node in Taurus. The clash of yesterday's Mars-Uranus square still reverberates, but a soft voice from within bubbles up, begs us to listen. The soul has a song, lyrics drawn from forgotten times and places, invisible worlds, spirit guides. Intuition flutters like a butterfly, kissing the brow, opening up to other kinds of knowing, other kinds of connection. Yes, the mind may wander when we're meant to be listening or working, but still, sometimes we need to let it, to see where the tide takes us, create space for silence. Conversations with Neptunian types, too, may turn out to be helpers along the path of life. the photographer, the sailor, artist, actor, charity worker, priest, the kind soul who lives at the edge of the village. Sometimes it's a quiet word that changes everything, makes space for thoughts of peace and calm, even when the world is full of noise. Compassion is the thread that connects us. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 204, Yellow Solar Seed. Solar is the name for the number 9, and its keywords are intention, pulse, and realize. We're on the 9th day of the Yellow Warrior wave spell. With any wave spell, it is usually the 9th day when the action occurs. It's a dynamite energy. Solar is bright and full of intention. If you took on a mission at the beginning of this wave spell, expect results today. Make it your intention to progress. Today is Yellow Seed, which represents targeting, flowering, and awareness. Yellow Seed days are about sowing awareness and sharing knowledge. As it is the 9th day of the Yellow Warrior wave spell, any awareness you attempt to share should be concerning your mission. Tell people about what your intentions are. Plant those ideas in the minds of others and watch as they grow into awareness. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Solar Seed, 9 Khan, Keen 204, 23rd of March 2022, Pulsing Awareness. 23/3/2022, 536 equal 59 equal 14 equal 5, 55 Freedom Portal. Day codes 23 Royal Star, the Lion, support, protection, strength, grace. 14 Media, publicity, promotion. 5 Freedom, change, liberation, movement. Month year codes 369 Nikola Tesla code. 3 Holy Trinity, joy, happiness, creativity, communication. 6 Heaven, Christ, family, romance, fertility. 9 Completion, destiny, service, humanity, grace. 20 The Awakening, clear vision. 22 Architect of Peace, master builder. Keen 204 equals 6 Heavenly code. Fantastic heavenly illumination codes to target awareness in our global populace. A glorious seed day, energy is ripe for a new beginning. Today we are seeding our heavenly dreams into our new reality as we pulse forth the Christ consciousness solar codes. Day 9 in the Yellow Warrior wave spell of fearlessly questioning everything in our path with a profound intelligence, disabling the old paradigm and fully focused on forging a new path to a brave new world. Today is the day for courageous illumination, fearlessly awakening our kin to step up and dare to shine. Double the sun energy today, solar tone plus sun is the higher guide, lots of universal fire, and heat to draw upon to fuel your mission and your quest for abundance, passion, and drive. The yellow seed thrives in the sunshine and grows towards the light, so the sun is giving us accelerated ascension growth today. Plenty of CMEs and solar winds to get things moving. Yesterday the galactic abundance portal opened, and today we are pulsing forth our intentions in order to realize our dreams and flower as beautiful shining star bliss suns. Tone of creation, solar tone 9 operates in the spiritual realm. Action, realizing, power, pulse, essence, intention. The 9th day of the wave spell is the one that gives the last push prior to manifestation. The solar phase is where we wake up to the fact that our will affects the reality we experience. So we begin pulsing, extending our intention into realization, visualizing what we want to manifest, and pulsing that intention from our heart. This assists us in making our dreams come true. This is potent manifestation energy today. What seeds and intentions are you pulsing into reality? Allow the blessing of the solar wizard to enable you to pulse forth an enchanting dream spell today, energizing your true heart's desires. Today's question is, how can I pulse forth great intentions to seed my mission with the highest potential for flowering? Divine blessings for the accelerated growth in the direction of your highest potential flowering. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 204, Yellow Solar Seed. The mantra, the code for today is, I pulse in order to target. Realizing awareness, I seal the input of flowering. With the solar tone of intention, I am guided by the power of universal fire. And on this powerful day of activations, manifestations, and transformations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. We archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone for your support. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. So if you'd like to help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can support us with a monthly pledge on Patreon at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to thank Divine Butler of the Light L's Minjez for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Butler. We appreciate you and your continued support. We appreciate all of you that continue to support us in this work and mission. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal link at eaglelovecondor.com. I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with a powerful prayer from the Summit Lighthouse. This is a prayer to attend Archangel Gabriel and Hope's retreat. Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. O my soul, let us arise from our abode. Mighty I Am Presence and Holy Christ Self, with Archangel Michael and a cordon of blue lightning angels, transport my soul clothed in my finer bodies, fully equipped with the armor of God, to Archangel Gabriel and Hope's retreat near Mount Shasta, or to the designated place of my holy work this night. Escort me, instruct me, and guide and protect me and all co-servers. I pray thee, now and always, as we serve to cut free all life on earth. From the summitlighthouse.org. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light, in this most powerful timeline shift of the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.